to Box Free with Stephanie. Today I want to show you how to make some basic foods with simple ingredients from scratch. And I hope you discover cooking box free is fast and delicious. So let's cook together. Today we're going to make chocolate pudding out of avocados and maple syrup. And it's a really crazy idea, but it tastes delicious. So we're just going to start. I only need 2 avocados. But if you ever use avocados, you know it's pretty much a guessing game as far as what they're actually going to be like once you cut into them. So I'm going to start with my first one that feels pretty soft and like not too many really soft spots, of course. Oh boy, where's the seed? And so I cut into it. It looks absolutely gorgeous, but my pit is like cut in half, so that's kind of odd. So I'm just going to take it out, and I don't really have a thing to throw it in. Wow, I don't know. I don't usually get a pit that is so like separated like that. But okay, so I have learned what I like to do is just test each and every avocado to make sure that it tastes good. Like, I don't know, I've gotten some really bad avocados lately. Okay, so I need 2 avocados. Wait, I don't want to put this in yet. I want to check my avocados to make sure I actually have 2 that are good enough to make this recipe. And then I'm going to add my other stuff and add the avocados at the very end. So I'm just cutting into them. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow, this is like amazing. I'm so happy. Gosh, lately they've just been like black and kind of yucky, and so this is really great. Okay. And they taste perfect. Okay, well that's exciting. All right, so we're going to stick those over there because we really don't need them. We're just going to put these over here for a second. All right, so avocado pudding is basically I got it when my mom was on her raw food kick, and it's a really awesome dessert that you would never guess is like out of avocados. So I always tell people when they make this, like, don't tell anybody that it's avocados because you probably would never guess it. Let them like taste it and see if they love it, and then when they're like, ooh, this is delicious, then you say, oh great, it's made out of avocados, and then they can be like, what? So it's kind of a fun little like thing to play on people, because I don't think you can taste the avocado. Of course, some people think you can. So it's all, you have to kind of try it and see what you think. So this is 1 cup of my homemade maple syrup, which is a little bit runnier and not quite as thick as the like professionally made, but that's fine. If you don't have maple syrup, you can use honey. I use like half a cup then, and you can also use 1.5 cups of soaked dates. You take the pits out and then you just soak them in water. You put like 1.5 cups of dates and soak them in water like overnight or whatever, drain the water, and then you put that in, and that's your sweetener. So when people are doing raw foods, they use dates as their sweeteners a lot, because maple syrup is officially cooked, so it's not officially raw, where dates are truly just a dried fruit. So it's a little more legitimate, you could say, for a raw food recipe. But I like maple syrup, and I have a bunch of it. So I do 1 cup of that, and now I do half a cup of cocoa powder, which hopefully this isn't going to be a huge mess on here. And you can do a little bit less. Like sometimes I do 1/3 of a cup. I don't know. I don't make this. I used to make it a lot, but I haven't made it a lot lately. I'm not sure why. I guess because avocados haven't seemed that great. But sometimes it seems like half a cup of cocoa is almost like just so rich. This is just a super rich food, I think. I mean, you can't eat very much of it. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which is basically a capful. I'm going to put that in. And all I'm going to do is just mix these together really quick, just because I like to have all of this mixed together before I put my avocados in. So, and I don't want my cocoa powder to get crazy in there. So I'm very delicately mixing it. And that's like it. I don't know, just enough to make it chocolate maple syrup. Like, oh my gosh, we should just pour that over ice cream. That would be amazing, I bet. Okay, so now I'm going to add my 2 avocados. And you just scoop it in there. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to like, you know, dice it up or mash it up or whatever, because it's all going to be blended. and you are blending all this until it's all just, whoopsie, beautifully smooth. So you can't really overmix this. But if you don't have a really powerful blender, it can be very difficult to mix because this gets to be really thick. And so it's not like making, I don't even know, like making powdered milk in here or something really easy. It's very difficult sometimes. But I have a pretty good blender, so usually mine is no problem. And with my maple syrup, which is very liquidy compared to dates or something, I just have a little bit of pit in there. I usually have no problem. So we'll see how quickly it blends up. And then that's all I do is blend it and serve it. And I serve it straight up. I don't do any kind of whipped topping, or actually I do peanuts sometimes because I love peanuts and chocolate. So that's just my personal preference. But normally I just eat this straight out of the, not out of the blender, but out of my bowl. I don't really do much to it. Okay, so now we are going to just blend this until it is beautifully smooth. So I don't know if you can see, but it's like hardly doing anything. It was kind of like, and then it's like, and it just doesn't really do much. And that's because it's so super thick. Like, I mean, you can see how kind of gloppy it is already. And that's just the nature of avocado pudding. So you have to keep blending it because you don't want to serve it with all these little green flecks, because then people will be like, what is it? So you want it all blended beautifully. So doesn't that sound like it's just in pain? Like, it's working so hard. But it was all like coming in and, you know, it was like blending it, and that's what you're looking for. And then now I can see that it's almost done, but not quite, because I still have some little flecks, and plus this is really fast. So I'm going to be a little more patient, and sometimes I actually feed it down with that, but I'm going to use my power burst. And then I just lost it. It's like when you lose that airflow. Then you kind of like get that bubble down there. But you'll start to see that your pudding becomes just like silky smooth. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous, I think. I can still see little flecks. But my blender is not like Mr. Powerful. If you had a Vitamix or whatever, then you would be done probably in like 20 seconds. But I just take my time and I just wait it out. And because this is so thick, I do that little doot, because then I can see that it's continuously pulling down the pudding and like grabbing more, and it's not getting like locked up with that air bubble down there. So it's almost done, but I want to do just a little bit longer because I want it perfect. Okay, so I'm going to call that perfect because I can't really see any green flecks in it anymore. So I'll put this in the dish. Oh my gosh, it's just the best stuff. I don't know. I hope you guys try it, and I hope you just think it's awesome because it's the coolest little. I always want to unplug this thing. Like one time I like hit a button when it was plugged in, and I didn't have this in, but it was like made like this huge mess. So now I'm always like, oh, gotta unplug this thing. Okay, I got chocolate on my hand, so I'm gonna try it, and hopefully it'll be just smooth and rich, delicious. Oh my gosh, this is so good, you guys. You have to try it. It's like the best chocolate pudding, but it is so rich. And don't be afraid of the avocados. You know, the avocados are like the good fat. Not all fats are created equal, and there are bad fats and good fats, and avocado is an excellent one. So the whole raw food diet is all about health and all that good stuff. So this is actually quite a healthy dessert. There's no sugar, there's no gluten. Well, there's maple syrup if you call that sugar, but it's very good. So that's it. It takes like 5 minutes to make. So you can whip it up real quick, like, and then you just keep it. I keep mine in the fridge, and I've kept it for like 5 days. It usually doesn't last very long because you don't get a whole bunch of it. And if you double your recipe, it's really a hard thing to do in your blender. So don't double it. Just do small batches like this. And that's it. Okay, well, thanks for watching Box Free with Stephanie. I hope you like the show. I hope you like avocado chocolate pudding. And again, don't tell people because they will never guess that it's pudding. Oh, and then the other thing I was going to tell you guys, I almost forgot. You can make green lemon lime pudding out of this. Instead of doing the cocoa powder, half a cup of cocoa powder, you do, what is it? A quarter cup of lemon juice. So then it's the maple syrup or dates, the lemon juice and the vanilla, and then it's green, and then you add your green avocados, and it's an awesome thing to make for Halloween. That's a really fun thing to make. And that's just like tangy and thick, and that's a really fun way to have it also. So yes, try lemon lime avocado pudding if you want to do that too. Okay, so that's it, I think. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this show, and I hope you try it and surprise some of your friends and family. So we'll see you on the next show. Bye.